It is my pleasure to present Eulalia Kafari, 2013 class speaker. Since coming to the college, Eulalia's academic achievements and service to our community have been equally noteworthy. A history and international political economy major, she has presented research at the annual Conference of History Honor Society, Phi Alpha Theta, and competed as a member of the Howlin' Yotes speech and debate team. In 2010, she founded and served as the first president of the college's Afro Club, in addition to serving as both a student senator and a member of program council. Please join me in welcoming Eulalia to the rostrum.
Good morning, family, friends, faculty, and distinguished guests. Thank you for giving me the honor of being this year's senior speaker. I remember when I first came to the College of Idaho for Winter Discovery Day 4 years ago, and being a little confused by some of the terms they were using, such as liberal arts, Caldwell, and coyote. I was like, remember thinking, what is a coyote? Was coyote already taken? So, like the overachiever that I was, I Googled it. Turns out a coyote is a scrappy and resourceful animal, which readily likes to reproduce in metropolitan areas. Coyotes are nocturnal, unlike the College of Idaho Yote on a Saturday night, and has the ability to adapt to any environment, just like a liberal arts education has taught us to do. 4 years ago, we all arrived here at the College of Idaho, not knowing what to expect. Many of us ignorant of the changes we will soon have to go through, ignorant of our futures, and ignorant of the trials and tribulations we will soon face. We were nervous and scared. And today, 4 years later, here we are again, nervous and scared about the future and what it has to hold. As one of the largest classes to enter the college, we soon learned that this wasn't high school, and our numbers soon dwindled. Many have speculated that the first year's seminar book about garbage was probably the reason why so many people left. Through many all-nighters, endless projects, and numerous papers, we still remain. Now I see a few business and psych majors are a little confused by the words all-nighter and papers. Fortunately, we're not alone in this journey. We had friends who pushed us when times got hard, and parents who continued to believe in us even when we didn't. I know this might sound a little cliche, but the close connections we created with our professors would not have been possible at a larger university. Why else will so many people be preoccupied with trying to impress Dr. Mie Kim? I think it's because she made you feel like anything was possible once you were able to pass a class. But I soon found out her name should have really been Kim Impossible, because it is impossible to please this woman. She's always pushing you to do better, and she expected more from you, just like all our professors here at this institution. And then there was Professor Lakowski from the POE department. The man, the legend, the mustache. He had a weird way of showing he cared by pretending he didn't care. And even though I spend most of my time in Strahan, I sometimes realize that Boone got a little crazy sometimes. I never saw so many grown people go crazy for pie like they do on Pie Day. And I never understood why boonies insisted on studying at the boon table when there were so many other tables at this school. I guess what happens on the boon table stays on the boon table. During my time here, I tried to do all the things one could at this school. I was on the debate team, I was on the sports team, track and field, which is a lot of field, not that much track. And I started my own organization. But during many nights, when I stayed up late trying to do a paper, or reading, or, let's be real, watching TV, I usually wondered, why was I a history IPE major? Did I not love money? For you see, as the first generation of Kafaris in this country, I am expected to do good, not just for me, but for my family and those back home in Ghana. For you see, I come from humble beginnings. And even though I wasn't the African daughter they expected, for I do not know how to cook, and I'm deathly afraid of doing dishes, I was the African daughter they ended up wanting, for I was the one who made it to college, and I became senior speaker. And this degree I'm receiving today is not for me, but rather for a village back in Africa. And I'll be lying if I said the pressure wasn't overwhelming. We have been told that we are destined to be great, and that we have a purpose in life that is bigger than us. But our purpose in life should not be this grand thing. It can simply be the best parent, the best coach, the best friend, or the best son or daughter. My mom recently told me she saw me as being a professor one day, but I do not want to wish that on anyone's kid. Many expectations have been placed on our shoulders by ourselves as well as by others. Are we going to reach all these expectations? No, but that's okay. The liberal arts education has taught us that the world is our oyster, but we are still too young, and the world is still so big, and that's why this, graduating, and the future is so scary. As a generation, we assume we can do anything, and the problem lies in choosing what to do in life. We are terrified of rejection or failure, and even more of the success in what we choose to do. We are very afraid of mediocrity and being taken for granted. If these expectations are not terrifying to you, then you're not doing it right. Here at the College of Idaho, we were taught to ask the right questions instead of just answering them. We understand that everything is complex and integrated, and that the things we are good at are not usually the things on the job application, such as empathy, a spirit for diversity, thinking outside the box, doing aggregated research, and thinking critically. But that is okay, for you see, we are coyotes, and we are scrappy, and we are resourceful and very adaptable. If YOLO is the anthem of our generation, then the least we can do is make sure that this one life we live is full of respect and integrity, and something we can be proud of when we are 80. Looking back at some of my earlier spring flings, nothing made us feel more cohesive like a spring fling. Friendships were made and forgotten. T-shirts were received and lost. But when I first saw the Boone statue in Atoka my freshman year, I knew the C of I student had chutzpah. I still remember the first person I met on the bus to McCall, Megan Kinder, and thinking, this is the kind of person I'll try to avoid in high school. But she's now one of my best friends. The first Afro Club meeting I ever held, and the first trophy I ever won as a College of Idaho Yote. It's hard to believe it's all over. We connoisseurs of sunglasses every Thursday morning trying to mask what we did Wednesday night. There will be no regrets. Our time was not wasted. All those hours spent lying on the grass in the quad, the time spent in the Kappa basement, playing golf and IM sports instead of doing the reading or the paper we had to do, was time well spent. For you see, during that time, We were creating meaningful connections with human beings, which is imperative to our future happiness. Who knows? Maybe the worst player on your IM softball team might end up being the person who gives you your dream job. Our time was not wasted, and there will be no regrets. We had the opportunity to do what many in this world can only dream of, which is to attend and graduate from a 4-year private institution. Looking at everyone today, I know this class is a special one, and one that is bent on success. However, success is not measured because Elin Smith or Daisy Embrace find a cure for cancer. Success will not be Renando Hill and Jeanette Knoll having an art showing at the Tate Modern in London. Success will not be Hope Collins becoming Supreme Court Justice. Success will not be Mark Manstrom being voted People Magazine's sexiest man alive. No, we will be great as a class because our class is contingent on each one of us having a helping hand in creating a better society for our future generation. When the history books are written and when they uncover the ruins of our civilization, perhaps none of us will be remembered. We will just be one of the nameless who are long gone. But that is not what matters. What matters is that we will be remembered as part of the nameless who defended the undefended and who did the right thing when it was called for. For only great action make it into the history books, but small actions are what changes history. No action is too small for our class. I am so grateful to call each one of you my colleagues. Congratulations, class of 2013. We did it.